What's up everyone? Today is going to be my TBR for April. I'm so excited. I'm excited for a few different reasons. Number one, I am getting so close to finishing my Reading to Zero challenge, so I just feel like this huge enthusiasm for reading the books, like just getting to zero. I'm also really excited because I get to collab with a booktuber friend this month, which I'll tell you about that in a little bit. And I'm also just excited because it's spring. I'm done with COVID. I got over it. I'm not sick anymore, which is amazing. My husband put up my new swing and like I am just ready for warmer weather and to have a big stack of books and just sit outside and read. So let's go ahead and pick our April TBR so that way we know what we're reading for this month. Okay, first off, I'm gonna tell you about my buddy read over on Patreon. So if you didn't know, I have a Patreon, and that just means that it's this website where you can pay a monthly fee in order to support me, and I give you extra content in exchange. So there are 6 different levels ranging from $3 a month up until $25 a month. You do get some physical goods with some of these, but we get to do so much fun things together. We get to do a movie watch together, a buddy read together. You get exclusive vlogs that are on YouTube. You get bookmarks, blind dates. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. And if you join tier 2 and higher, which is the $6 tier or higher, you get to do the monthly buddy read with me. So we will be reading Dark Roads by Chevy. I am super excited because I've heard really good things about this book, and I think that I actually might like it. So this book has like this atmosphere of this Cold Creek highway where girls are being killed by, I guess, a serial killer, and one of the girls does disappear, but apparently she ran away and people just think that she's been murdered, but then someone else is murdered. So there seems to be a lot happening in this book, but I did listen to a little bit of this like a month ago and I actually really enjoyed it. And so then when it got picked for the buddy read, I was like super excited. We also are gonna be having a Zoom book discussion for it. So I do a little party with everyone on Patreon. So you read the book and then we all go on a Zoom together and we have like, it's almost like an actual real life book club, and we play some fun games, and you know, it's gonna be great. So if you want to join, my Patreon link is down below in the description. Then I am so excited. Jess from Reading with Jess asked me to be part of her little book club this month. So every single month, Jess has her Sleep When I'm Dead book club. So this is her book club where you read backlist thrillers, and she asked me to participate for April, and she lets her co-hosts pick the book that they want to read. So from my shelf, I picked The Family by Louise Jensen because I think this is a cult thriller, and you guys know how much I love those. This is about our main character, Laura, who is grieving the death of her husband, and someone like gives her a house like in this community for her to live in along with her daughter. But I guess people in this community are going missing because they're becoming part of this cult. It sounds really good. So I'm really hoping it's great. The live show for this is going to be on Jess's channel. It's gonna be on April 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can come join me and Jess, and we're gonna be discussing this book. It's gonna be super fun, and I believe that Jess plays like games and stuff too. So I definitely hope that you can come over and join us. I'll leave Jess's channel linked down below in case you're not subscribed yet, so that way you can turn on notifications. Make sure you know when we go live to discuss this book. And I have one other thing with Patreon where I usually do a poll and my patrons get to pick the book that they want me to read this month. But I actually didn't get those books ready for that poll, so I won't have that choice ready for this video. If I have the answer by the time I edit, I'll throw it into my editing. Hi, so Editing Jackie here. I'm finishing up editing my TBR, and I figured I should let you know what books I picked for the Patreon poll I was talking about. It's always super hard for me to make decisions when I have way too many options. So I actually sent pictures of my bookshelf to my 5 best friends, and I was like, hey, can you pick a book so that way I can put it in my Patreon poll? So they picked Dread Nation, Disappearance at Devil's Rock, Cultish, No Bad Deed, and Mirrorland. And currently, right now on the poll, I actually only just made it go up this morning, so I don't have like a definitive answer. I only have 21 votes so far, but of those 21 votes, Dread Nation only has 1. Cultish only has 2. Disappearance at Devil's Rock has 3. No Bad Deed has 6. And Mirrorland has 9. If the poll keeps going the way it is, Mirrorland will be going on my TBR and I will be reading this book this month. So you might be seeing this in my wrap up. The rest of my TBR is not chosen yet. So we are going to pick some YouTube comments because I always ask you guys to drop prompts in every single one of my TBR videos so that way I can do a YouTube comment picker and you guys get to pick my TBR. I wanted to use this website that my friend told me about called the TBR Machine. So I figured we could pick one prompt from that. So I'm gonna go ahead and screen record. We're gonna do the TBR Machine first. Okay, so tbrmachine.com, randomize. It says, read a book that you think you will rate 5 stars. Wow, okay. Okay, let's go pick a book that I think I'm gonna rate 5 stars, I guess. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I know which book I'm gonna pick. Okay, I'm up here on my bookshelf. It looks like I have a lot of books, but actually this and over is all Bible studies and pregnancy books for when I get pregnant. My sisters gave me a bunch of them. So I think that I'm going to rate 5 stars to this book, Call Me Tuesday. It is based on a true story, and I believe it's about child abuse. How much I love like true stories and memoirs and true crime and stuff like that. So this is going to be my 5-star prediction and that is going on my TBR for the month. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my TBR from last month and we're gonna pick a few YouTube comments from that randomly. So pause the video and leave me a prompt for next month on this video, please. So that way I have something for next month. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. Okay, prompt for April, a book with a name in the title. Okay, let's go see what we've got. So for name in the title, let's see. Wow, this is actually a little harder than I thought. I have a lot of like wife in the title. Oh, here's one. Autumn. That's a good contender. That actually might be the only one. Yeah, that is the only one. Looks like I'm reading Autumn. Okay, so I'm super excited to read this. I actually almost was going to pick this out before I even started filming. I was like, oh, maybe I should just like throw this on my TBR for this month, but I didn't have like a reason as to why I was picking it out. But this is an apocalyptic book. It says a hybrid of War of the Worlds and Night of the Living Dead. This is about a small group of survivors forced to contend with a world torn apart by a deadly disease. Super excited about that. That's perfect too because the movie watch that I'm doing with my patrons this month is an apocalyptic movie on Netflix. It's called The Silence. I am super excited about that. We're watching that on April 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can always join my Patreon and join us. We watch it together. We started at the same time and then we chat together. We did that this past month with Deep Water. It was so fun to do that together. I'm really excited for that. Okay, let's go ahead and pick another winner. It's Jess. Speaking of Jess, goodness. Okay, April prompt, what is your favorite lucky number? Pick a book on your shelf that's in that spot. For example, if it's 5, pick the 5th book on your shelf. Okay, so my favorite number is 24 because my birthday is May 24th. I have 24 books on my shelf, so that will definitely work out. So we're gonna go up, let's go count the 24th book on the shelf. No cheating, I promise. Okay, here we come up here. Let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I've been putting this one off for so long. Okay, so I'm finally gonna be reading Falling by TJ Newman. I had actually tried reading this back in like the late fall or summer or whatever. I was gonna do like a whole airplane video vlog because I have 2 other airplane books on my TBR. and I ended up just like not being in the mood for them and like not getting that done. I don't think I'm gonna do that vlog because I definitely don't feel like reading 3 airplane books right now, but reading one of them, that might be interesting. Plus, this is actually pretty small, so putting that on my TBR. Okay, well, let's go ahead and pick another winner. April prompt. Read a book whose cover reminds you of spring. Okay, let's go look at the covers because I honestly don't know. Actually, that's not true. I do have a book actually that's called First Day of Spring. So this is the book, First Day of Spring, and honestly, I mean, it looks a little dark, but it does have like spring flowers on it, so that could be a contender. Let me just see though if there's any other book that I have that would fit that better. Ooh, that has a butterfly. That kind of looks a little springish. Okay, so these are the contenders. So we have the First Day of Spring. I mean, that has spring in the title, so I feel like I should just pick that one. But then A Beautiful Terrible Thing, I mean, that has butterflies on it. That looks pretty. Then this one, I don't know why. Maybe that's actually fall. Sorry. For some reason, I guess I just thought that like, oh, they're running in the background, but that's definitely like fall leaves, so just kidding. This one has a flower on it. I mean, that's kind of springish. And then this one has boats on it. It looks like, I mean, I guess that's more of a summer night. So honestly, I think this is the one because it has spring flowers and it says spring. I mean, it literally says the first day of spring. So like, why did I even pick out these other books? So I picked the First Day of Spring. This book is about Chrissy is 8 and she has a secret. She has just killed a boy. The feeling made her belly fizz like soda pop. Her playmates are tearful and their mothers are terrified. 20 years later, Chrissy is living and hiding under a changed name. Now let's do one more. A book with the same color as your shirt on the cover. Oh, okay. So my shirt is brown. I don't know if it looks like that on there. It's like a brownish purple. And like these are my black leggings. So there we go. I think you can see the color there. So we gotta go find a book that matches that. This is gonna be kind of hard, I think. Okay, we'll sit you there again. All right, so for brown, this kind of matches. We've got The Minders by John Mars. This is, I don't know, kind of brown. We've got Dread Nation. I don't know, The Minders actually, this is hard. Oh, within these walls, I mean, that's like yellow-ish, but like it has some brown undertones. And I think the only other contender is this Chevy Stevens book. Let's go look in the sunlight and then we'll pick from one of these 4. Okay, now that we're in the sunlight, I really feel like The Minders still fits. So we've got The Minders. I'm just being a weirdo, being like, okay. So there's The Minders. There's Never Let You Go. That's actually kind of like black, I guess. Then within these walls, but that's like very yellow. And then Dread Nation. Between these two, I still feel like The Minders just like matches better. Why is this so hard? Yeah, I feel like especially down here, like that really matches. So I guess I'm gonna go with The Minders by John Mars. Honestly, I'm not even that excited about it. Maybe I should have unhauled this. That's bad to realize that when you're about to have to read a book. 5 ordinary people have been selected to become Minders, the latest attempt to thwart cyber terrorism. Transformed by revolutionary medical procedure, the country's most classified information has been taken offline, turned into genetic code, and implanted inside their heads. Okay. All right, maybe I am excited to read it. So I think I got my full TBR, except for the one other Patreon book, but that one I'm gonna figure out later. So this is what my TBR is going to look like. Is it bad that I like kind of wish I had another Jodi Picoult book to read? Okay, so this is my TBR for April. We've got Dark Roads as my buddy read, Falling, The First Day of Spring, Autumn, which is apocalyptic. So like these are all thrillers. Apocalyptic, we got a nonfiction, which is great. Kind of like a sci-fi thriller, I guess, and then a cult thriller, which is what I'm doing with Jess over on her channel. So I feel like that is a pretty good different array. I'm really excited for April. I hope you're really excited for April, and thanks for watching this video. I will see you guys very soon. Don't forget to leave me a prompt for next month, and I'll see you guys very soon in another video. Bye everyone.
Yesterday